So we decided to simulate the Champions League on FIFA 22 to decide who the winner is, because as we all know, FIFA is the most realistic game out there. We already hit a rough patch. That's just fantastic, isn't it? Yeah, you can only have one Scottish team. Dynamo Kiev is now going to be Celtic. Watch me not be able to put any more of these teams in either. There's no fucking way. PSV is gonna be Dortmund. Maccabi Haifa, they're just not in the game, so we're just gonna replace them with Rizaspor. See? It's realistic. So we'll be showing you intervals of the Champions League, showing halfway through the group stage, the full group stage, the knockout stages, and then showing the live game of the actual final. If you want to see anything else, be sure to leave it in the comments down below. Be sure to like, subscribe if you have not already. And without further ado, let's get in to see who wins the Champions League in 2022-23. 3 games in, Liverpool top of the group, Ajax, and then Rangers. Napoli looks like they're gonna be absolutely destroyed there. Leverkusen beaten Porto at home. Atletico Madrid have beaten Bruges. This is looking like a competitive group. Barcelona have beaten Victoria away. Inter have beaten Bayern at home. So it's gonna be a race for second because Barcelona are looking unstoppable at the moment. We have Tottenham. They have yet to lose or win. Every single game they've played has been a 1-1 draw. Chelsea top of the group. Then we have just a competition for second and third. Leipzig have beaten Dinamo, which is Celtic. They're at least going to finish at least third. Dinamo, aka Celtic, is going to be last most likely. Sevilla beating Dortmund, so Dortmund's probably going to be out at this point. This is probably what's going to be the table. And then PSG, our top of the group. They have beaten Benfica. That's going to be competitive for first and second, and potentially third as well. And let's see who is through in the group stages. Liverpool is through, and Ajax is through. First and second. Leverkusen first, Atletico Madrid second. Porto had to just draw in order to get third. They're going to Europa League. Barcelona versus Inter. Oh my god, there's no little idiots! Idiots! Victoria has gotten an away result against Bayern Munich on the final day. Barcelona is first, Inter second, Bayern third in Europa League. Frankfurt is first, that was guaranteed. Frankfurt first, Spurs second, they're guaranteed through. Sporting is third in the Europa League. Next up, we have Chelsea first. That was always going to happen. Milan did get a result against Dinamo Zagreb. Real Madrid and Leipzig are through. That's looking pretty standard as well. Sevilla is actually topped because City lost to Copenhagen. Copenhagen's going to find themselves in Europa League. PSG gets first. Benfica second. Juve third because all they did was draw. Juve is third, just like I predicted because I am a genius. Let's take a look at the round of 16. Spurs versus Barcelona. Barcelona were probably one of the most dominant teams in the group stages. Sevilla and Inter is going to be interesting. Chelsea versus Benfica, probably Chelsea. They were also dominant as well. Liverpool versus Leipzig. Frankfurt versus Ajax. Leverkusen versus City. Spurs have done the impossible. They have beaten Barcelona away. Somehow, the away teams are just dominating. I don't get it. The away teams have the advantage over the home teams. That's what I'm going to go with now. Spurs have beaten Barcelona. Inter have beaten Sevilla. Chelsea, we're already up 5-0, so that doesn't really matter. Real Madrid are up 3-1. That doesn't really matter. Then we have Atletico beat PSG away. Leipzig beat Liverpool away. Ajax beat Frankfurt away. Leverkusen won the first leg, of course, away, because you always win away. Apparently, it's guaranteed at this point. You can't win at home, I guess. So, quarterfinal draw. Leverkusen versus Inter. Spurs versus Leipzig. Ajax versus Chelsea. Real Madrid versus Atletico. Who is going through the semifinals of the Champions League? Okay, all right. I don't get this game. The away teams just choked it now in the quarterfinals, I guess. Interesting. Inter Milan go through, Leipzig go through, Chelsea go through, Real Madrid go through. So semifinals, we have Real Madrid versus Leipzig and Inter versus Chelsea. Another just win for Real Madrid. All right, let's see who's going to be in the Champions League final. It is going to be Leipzig. Another just win for Real Madrid. Leipzig won 2-0 to beat Real Madrid at home after Real Madrid had won the first leg. Personally, I'm going for Leipzig just to see them win it for the first time. And also, you know, I'm an Arsenal fan, and screw Chelsea. The Champions League final in Istanbul. Chelsea versus Leipzig. Leipzig start things off in this half, and Kunku going all the way back, starting off. And we have a very early slide tackle going down the wing. Andre Silva now into Nkunku, finds Andre Silva, and that is an early warning shot. What a save. What a save from Mendy. Fingertips as it goes past. My goodness. Defensive as ever. Thomas Tuchel. Is there opening? There is. Mason Mount. What a tackle by Konrad Leimer. Chelsea still have it, though. Conte. Who can he find? Havertz. And it is parried away by Gulaski. Werner capitalizes. Mason Mount. And it's out for a corner. Havertz now. Can he lay it off? He goes for it. Golaski again. He is the clean sheet goalkeeper for a reason. We have Leipzig on the counterattack now. And Nkunku, what can he do? He's better finished, and he absolutely chokes it away. But it ends up in the back of the goal anyway. We have a 1-0 lead to Leipzig. Forsberg shoots it directly at him, but it does not matter. It was too powerful, too hot to handle for Edouard Mendy. Pure enjoyment, pure... What's the word? I wanted to say ejaculation. That's clearly not the word. Chelsea have a response. They're quickly on the attack. Werner, can he get around? He is open. Finds himself. Another good save by Golaski, and it goes out for a corner. Some good passing, as there have been. Havertz finds himself, goes for it, off the crossbar. My goodness, that's as close as you're gonna get. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and go on a limb. I did not think that this was very close. Don't know why we needed goal line technology for that. Chelsea have dominated the ball. They've arguably dominated possession. They arguably deserve to be leading. Finds Kovacic, Havertz, Conte! Just wide for N'Golo Conte. As we've said, they get into those spots, they just cannot put it on target. Very unwise decision, but he gets it back from a great tenacious effort from Conte. Mason Mount, Havertz! And again, a great save, showing his form in recent months and just not putting it in the back of the goal. Looks like we're going to be going into the end of the first half with a very slightly undeserved scoreline. Leipzig up 1-0 against Chelsea. Oh my god, this is the FMing of a lifetime at the moment. Jesus Christ. We go into the second half of this pretty thrilling Champions League final. Finds Conte, some good inner passing as there has been. Golaski stretching. Good blocks from Leipzig as well. Conte, who can he find? Open, Mason Mount. Golaski to the rescue again. It's arguably the save of the game so far from Golaski. Finally, some possession from Leipzig in Chelsea's half. And Nkunku, what can he do? He drives forward, lays it off. Just lacking a little bit of power. That lacking the physical. The final touches. Conte gets around well. Havertz finds himself in space. What can he do? Lays it off to Werner, and that is 1-1. A very deserved goal for Chelsea. Havertz passing it across to Werner, and even in Chelsea's form, even with their current form in this game, you would not expect anyone, even Werner, to miss that. Havertz with a delicate ball across. Now we have ourselves a very good ball game here. We do have a sub, Lukaku, coming on for Werner, who has just scored. Now we might see what the strategy is. Lukaku and Havertz up front, two very tall individuals. Dani Olmo coming on for Kevin Campbell, a more attacking option in the midfield. Leipzig feel like they can win this. They look like that if it goes into extra time, they feel like they'll most likely lose, so they're going to try to win this in real time. Mukiele finds Nkunku directly at Mendy. It's a good save. Reece James, you have a couple players in the box. What can he do? Reece James goes for it himself, finds Havertz, and that's a stunning save from Golaski. He does not have his clean sheet, but he's acting like he does. We have another sub for Chelsea this time. We have Jorginho coming on for Kovacic. Another sub, Mason Mount coming off for Hudson-Odoi. We find Mukiele wide open. This could be something for Leipzig here. Leipzig finds someone, lofts it up. Silva could not get the power. They don't go for him, but we have Forsberg. We're in the added time. Can there be a last-second winner? And there's most likely going to be extra time in the Champions League final between Liverpool and AC Milan. We saw Liverpool, the underdogs, pull off a win in penalties. Can we see this happen for Leipzig? They find themselves on the edge of the box. This will be a red card for Jorginho, who has been subbed on. He has been now sent off. Even though Chelsea have dominated the entirety of the game, you might have to go and give this to Leipzig now. Leipzig on the counter here, and they're using their man advantage at this point, and it looks like they could be bursting forward here on the counter attack. Dani Olmo, he finds Angelino, who's exhausted. Edouard Mendy, what a save. Is it enough? It is not. Forsberg with his second of the game, and they take the 2-1 lead in extra time. And just like the underdogs of Liverpool and Istanbul, Leipzig being the underdogs and writing their own history here. Leipzig, a club that was essentially founded 2 days ago, is now finding themselves in the Champions League final. What is this formation that I'm witnessing at the moment? One last attack, find their way forward, and they find Callum Hudson-Odoi just offside. It is arguably millimeters. Chelsea fans will be furious with that. The lines did not look like they matched up to the player who was actually keeping them offside. For the first time in their history, are going to be European champions. Okay, can we, like, call it? Yeah, no, there we go. Arguably undeservingly. Their goalkeeper, man of the match, even though Forsberg had the 2 goals, it cannot be understated what Gulaski did. Only having 1 goal go in, keeping out every other shot. What an absolute great performance from every single player involved at Leipzig. Jesus Christ.